Hi, I'm David Fleming from the Disciples Ignited YouTube channel, where we are focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now, today we're going to start a new study on the minor prophet book of Nahum. So let me read to you. Nahum chapter 1, verse 1. It says, "A prophecy concerning Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum the Elkoshite." Now, this tells us that Nahum was he was an Elkoshite, which means that he was from a town or a city of Elkosh. We're not really sure where that is. No archaeologists have found a definitive site for Elkosh, but most archaeologists believe that it was a city in the kingdom of Judah near Jerusalem. That means that he would have been a prophet that was based in the kingdom of Judah. Now, as far as a time period, Nahum's prophetic ministry probably took place between 663 to 612 BC. That means that he would have lived during the time of Jeremiah, Joel, and Zephaniah, who also ministered in the kingdom of Judah. And if that is the case, that means that Nahum would have lived during the time of Manasseh, which was the most wicked, vile king that ever reigned in the kingdom of Judah. He was the worst king. He ruled from 686 to 642 BC. The things that he did are mentioned as far as the lowest point, spiritual point of the kings of Judah. Now, what's interesting is that we need to really note is the fact that Nahum's message was a declaration of judgment against the Assyrian Empire. Now, we're told this in the very first verse that I just read, a prophecy concerning Nineveh, which was the capital city of the Assyrian Empire. And so it's a very short book. It's only 3 chapters, but it is a message that is specific to the judgment that God is going to send against Nineveh and the Assyrian Empire. Now, if Nahum did live during Manasseh's reign, you would think that God would use him to speak against the wickedness of Manasseh. But that's not even mentioned in his prophetic writings. Why did the Lord just seem to ignore the wickedness of that which was taking place in the kingdom of Judah and send a message of judgment against the Assyrian Empire? Well, we learn from this. When you are following the Lord, and especially if the Lord is using you in prophetic ways, and if you are called as a leader, a prophetic leader in God's kingdom, you don't decide what the Lord is going to say through you. You are a messenger. And the Lord was certainly giving Nahum a message that needed to be declared, needed to be delivered, but Nahum didn't get to decide what he was going to speak and what he wasn't going to speak. He spoke the word of the Lord. That gives us an understanding of the great responsibility that we have as leaders in God's kingdom, as people of God that are messengers of the King. You speak what Jesus is giving you to speak. You don't add to it. You don't take away from it. And that means that Nahum might have seemed to have been off kilter with the time in which he lived. I mean, why wasn't he addressing the injustices that were surrounding him throughout the kingdom of Judah? Instead, addressing those things that were in the kingdom of Assyria. Well, that tells us that we are servants of the King. We don't decide what the King is going to do, but we serve him with all that we've got. It is a privilege to be a messenger for Jesus, but we need to make clear that that's exactly what we are, a messenger, not the creator of the message, but a messenger. Be faithful to Jesus and speak exactly what he has said in his word. We'll talk more about it tomorrow.